Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew and I'm here with a video request today of how tarot readings, psychics, TikTok tarot readers, all that kind of stuff affect you, affect your manifestation, what they present to you, and whether or not they hold any validity. Like I say, this was a video request, so without further ado, let's get into it. Starting it off, it is my opinion that you should never go to a tarot reader, watch tarot videos, or go to any kind of psychic or anything along those lines. The reason being, if you are part of the Law of Assumption community, if you understand the Law of Assumption and if you follow it, that means you also understand that you hold accountability for everything that happens in your life. You understand that your thoughts create, and that where you put your focus is what you will receive. So, by that standard, there is no reason for you to be looking externally at tarots or psychics or anything like that to tell you that you are or aren't going to get your desire, because everything is happening through you, not to you. So there's nothing that they can say that you either don't already internally know or that you aren't already working towards. A further point to this, a lot of the times, the people that do go to tarot readers or psychics or anything like that are the same people that are very desperate for their desires and a bit scared as to what's going on, and they need kind of some sort of validation of someone to say, yes, it's going to come, or no, it's not, sort of thing. They need that proof. If you are coming from that standpoint, that means that your internal dialogue of your desire, your internal state, is that you do not have it. And therefore, because everyone is you pushed out, all that's going to be reflected back to you is more bad stuff. Now, some people might argue the case of, well, I've been doing the work and they've still said the bad thing. That might be because it's reflecting an old story. Some other people might make the argument of, they said, I haven't been doing any of the work and they said that he's going to come back. There might have been times when you had kind of had a thought from the end, and that is what they're reflecting back to you. There is no way for you to know what the case is when it comes to a tarot reader, because they are not you, and they don't, yes, the 3D reflects to you perfectly what is internally, but the thing that they are reflecting could have come from any point, So if they are saying, yes, they're going to come back, that could have been reflecting the week where you did really well, but since then you've been spiraling, so everything they said then might have just been the case of old thoughts manifesting through them, so them telling you that you're going to get what you want, but because you've been spiraling, you have gone back to putting cold water in your boiling pot, like I mentioned in one of my few videos ago, the analogy. So there's no way for you to really know what is actually going on and what they are talking about and when they are talking about, because you could have just spiraled like shit, or the opposite, you could be doing really well and they're reflecting old thoughts saying, no, nothing's going to happen. Because they've said nothing's going to happen, you then start to spiral. You are then using the 3D to dictate your internal state. So that is why I don't think that you should ever really go to them, because you cannot, even if what they said was 100% true of, yes, they're coming back, or no, they're not coming back, at that moment in time when they told you, your thought process might not have caught up yet. So there's no way for you to know whether they are accurate or not accurate, and if they're not accurate and they're saying that they're not coming back, chances are you're going to spiral and it's going to make things worse. But, like I mentioned earlier, if you are going to tarot readers and all that lot for the sake of getting answers, then you're coming from it from the wrong state, and you are more than likely going to get the answers that you don't want. And also, unfortunately, if you're coming from that state, you're more than likely not going to get your desire anytime soon. Now, I understand that's a tough pill to swallow, and obviously I don't really want to tell you that, but it is the truth. If you are desperately looking after tarot after tarot after tarot, and then resonating with some, and then panicking over others, and asking whether all that kind of stuff, then that is where your standpoint is, if that makes sense. Now, if you just watch them for a bit of fun, because I've done it a few times when I've gone scrolling through Instagram and it's been pick a card and there'll be 4 cards, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, fuck it, and then I'll watch one and I'll pick number 3, and then it'll be number 3 says that, this is going to happen. If you're doing that and it's just a bit of fun, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It all depends on the state that you're coming from. However, please, 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 please do not be one of those people that get the number 3 card and then it says, oh, there's danger in your relationship, and then start to spiral because someone on TikTok or Instagram or whatever has posted it and you happen to come across it. Please do not be one of those people that then start to panic because they saw that some random person on TikTok did that. Please, I beg of you, because you are the operant power. If you see that and it's negative, you can literally just say, has nothing to do with me, that must be for someone else. If it's something positive, then by all means you can assign a meaning to it that it is to do with you. This is the joy of being the operant power. Anything good, you can create meanings. Like a shooting star, you could say, oh, that shooting star says that I'm going to get my desire soon. You can make a meaning towards anything, and your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. And that's why it's such a shame when people lose out on things, because they go to a tarot reader and the tarot reader says something that might have been an old like thought process, and then they start to spiral and they let it get to them. Or if they fucking open a fortune cookie and it's like, I don't know, you're going to lose someone, and then they start panicking and like, you know, it just creates a spiral. So I know it's a bit of a short video, but that is my opinion. If you're watching these videos or going to psychics because you're desperate for answers, you don't need to go to them to know your answer. If you're going there because you need an answer, then you know that the answer is not going to be something that you want to hear. Do the work. Stop wasting your time getting validation from everyone else and do the work. All of these videos, all of these coaches, myself included, we're here to guide you along a better way. We're not here to tell you yes or no you're going to get your desire. We're here to give you like information and stuff on how you can get your desire. That's the key thing. It's all about you. You don't need to, once you know like roughly how to do stuff, you don't need to come to another one of my videos or Living from the End with Joey's videos or Kim Velez's videos. Once you know the basic principles, you never need to come back to us. We're just kind of like a safety blanket for whenever you kind of fall off track a bit, and we just want to get you back on it. But honestly, you don't need us anymore once you know the principles of it. And when it comes to coaching, you don't need any more coaching. You don't need another month if you've done coaching, because you already know the basic principles. And that is the only thing that differs us from like psychics and tarot readers, is they just say, no, your life's fucked. We go, your life might be fucked right now, but here's how you can change it, and yada, yada, yada. But again, you don't need to keep coming back to us either once you know the basic principles. So the same rules apply. I don't know why I went on that tangent. I just want to make it known that I'm completely fair when it comes to all of this stuff, and I'm not just saying bollocks off them, but keep going to coaches month after month after month. You don't need to. Once you know the principles, it's all up to you. Do the work, get your desire, stop looking elsewhere for validation, validate yourself. You are the most important person in your reality. You should be the most important person to yourself by every stretch of the imagination. So get your desire, stop letting other people tell you what you can and can't do, stop letting other people tell you what you have and don't have, and give it to yourself because you deserve it. All right, peace out.